Hi, welcome to Courses by Moss, where we teach the technical side of design. I'm Marisha, owner and sole designer at Moss Interior. With over 25 years of experience to share in both commercial and residential design, I'm here to teach and empower you to take on your own interior design project. Hey you guys, Marisha here. Thanks for joining our technical design series. Welcome back. In previous videos, we covered sketching your space accurately and measuring and locating all of our doors, windows, and openings. That is upside down. There we go. And today what we'll be focusing on is locating all of our built-ins. So in a kitchen, our cabinets, our appliances, and anything that's built into your space. We always want to know where everything is currently before we move on to our next phase of design or demo, whatever the next phase of your project is. All right, thanks for joining. Let's get started. Okay, we've been pretty consistent about starting with this corner, so we're going to continue that. Again, we make less mistakes that way. So what we want to do is locate the countertop, the appliance, and then the remainder of the countertop. We want to go to the edge of the countertop, not the appliance itself. Okay. Now we want the appliance. Okay. And we want the last of our countertop. Mark your inches. All right, so we got our countertop. Like I said previously, if you have a really obvious opening, just use it. We're going to play it safe because we're learning, and we're going to at least mark what we're dimensioning. Our countertop. Now we measured our range. And then the remaining section of the countertop. We've already located these parts already. Now to be safe, I always love to get an overall. So why don't we just go ahead and measure our overall countertop to make sure that all of these are correct. Let's get that overall the counter and make sure that our math adds up. So because I have a very clear ledge and a start to finish, I'm going to use the countertop as my measure surface. And we want to measure to the end of the countertop. And our overall, 13. Now as far as this wall, this is the last thing we need to measure over here because we already got the opening and the niche on our first round. Now that we have all of our important dimensions on this wall, we're going to turn, go in order, and get everything on our back wall. Now we already have everything we need already, except the location of this bench. The sun is not doing us any favors today. So on this wall is pretty easy. We have to locate the last of our built-ins on this side, which is our bench. So again, I want to lay my tape measure on top of the surface of the bench, mark my inches, and then I also want to locate the edge of my bench to the wall. Again, so that it's all about checks and balances. So we'll take from the wall to the bench itself. Mark your inches. Let's go add that to our plan. Now we located the bench on this wall, and from the wall to the edge of the bench, 61.5, and then from the bench to our wall, which is actually the wall itself, not the shelf. Make sure you pay attention to exactly what it is you are dimensioning. That is 71. Rounding our corner, we want to get the other half of the bench and then all of our appliances and countertops on this exterior left side wall. All right, you guys, last section. So we want to measure our bench, starting from our far corner. Mark your inches. We want this section of countertop from the edge of the countertop to the sink. Mark your inches. We want the sink opening itself. Mark your inches. And the last section of countertop Mark your inches. Okay, this edge of our bench, 60. This section of counter, 8. Our sink, 36. And our counter. We already have our measurement from the edge of the fridge to the wall, so this entire section of wall is done. We also have our overall for checks and balances that we did in the very first video of the length and width of our space. Like I said, we already have our refrigerator and we already have our overall, so we don't need to do our double checking. We already have it from a previous measurement. All right, that's it for measuring. All right, you guys, good job. We are done measuring the first room. And mine happened to be the kitchen. Yours could be whatever room it is you're working on. But here we have it. We have every dimension that we need to create our as-built floor plan. So do a double check. Make sure you have everything noted, marked, dimensioned, labeled properly, and we'll move on to the next step. So see you guys next time, where we will be locating electrical and lighting. Thanks so much for joining again. I'll see you next time. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss a thing.